This is it! All of the clues are coming together. I followed these footprints right to this exact spot, and then, right where you're standing, I found this bag of peanuts! Ha! Oh, I'm so close to solving this crime, I can almost taste it.
Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome back to another video where in today's video we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 4, and there's something I actually want to warn you about this next Call of Duty game, which probably will be Modern Warfare 4. There's something I want to warn you guys about this next coming game, but before I actually get into it, there has been leaked, or not necessarily leaked, I want to say hints on Twitter recently from a guy named Robert Bowling about the next Call of Duty game, which very clearly seems like it's going to be Modern Warfare 4. So Robert Bowling, he actually used to work for Infinity Ward back in the day during like the Modern Warfare days, and then he left and now I believe he works for EA, but his job title over there was actually a community manager. So he was the guy who would basically communicate to the community for Call of Duty and basically tell them what's going on and what they're working on and all that kind of stuff. So he was kind of the face of Infinity Ward back in the day, and he's been tweeting out some stuff recently that regards to not only Modern Warfare 4, but Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. So I find that to be very interesting. Like, I don't know, I mean, I don't really know what's going on. He even had a date on one of his posts saying 10/8/19, which is October 8th. So I don't know what's going to happen on October 8th, you guys. Are we going to get Modern Warfare 4 that day? Or maybe we're going to get Modern Warfare 2 Remastered that day. Some people are thinking it's going to be the campaign that's coming out that day, and then a month later we'll see the actual full Modern Warfare 2 Remastered come out, kind of like what we saw with Modern Warfare Remastered, because the campaign actually came out a month earlier than the actual multiplayer, so maybe we'll see the same thing there. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Modern Warfare 4, the next upcoming Call of Duty game, and why you shouldn't really get too excited about this next game. The reason why I am actually saying this is because this is something we see every single year, or at least I see every single year, when a new Call of Duty game comes out, or when a Call of Duty game is getting teased, or when we get a first trailer for the next Call of Duty game, you know, because the current Call of Duty game eventually gets kind of boring for most people. We get burnt out because we play it a lot, and then they add things in the game that totally ruin the game. It just like makes the experience worse, and then we just want another Call of Duty game to come out to kind of experience something new, right? And so it's understandable to why all of us get excited for the next Call of Duty game, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that even though like the next Call of Duty game, it might be great, we'll have a ton of fun playing it, but then eventually Activision, and it's probably is Activision who's making these decisions, they add in something in the game that just totally ruins the experience. And I think lately, in the past few years, that experience has actually been the supply drop system. Here in Black Ops 4, we don't necessarily have supply drops, we have reserves, which are basically the same thing. And matter of fact, I think reserves are a little bit worse than supply drops. I actually do like the way you earn reserves here in Black Ops 4 compared to the previous systems where you have to earn like so many tokens or crypto keys, and if you get 30 crypto keys, you can open up one rare supply drop. But back then, that I will admit though, back then, like in Black Ops 3, there were actually daily and weekly challenges where you can earn more crypto keys, so it was a little bit of an easier way to, I guess, earn supply drops back then, where here in Black Ops 4, reserves require game time to actually, like, get them, you know, and I kind of like that system a little bit more because it kind of gives, it's like an even playing level, I guess, for everybody. It doesn't matter how good of a player you are, so I think I kind of like this system better. The only problem with reserves, you only get one item in each one, which is so freaking stupid, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that you get a lot of duplicates. I feel like I get a lot of duplicates every time I open up reserves, and now they made the system so much worse during this current operation where the items are a lot more fleshed out. And what I mean by this is that they added some new items in the game, like, let's say, new reactive camos. They added in weapon charms. They added in like death effects and stuff like that, which is cool and all. These are cool things to add in the game, and I'm happy that we were able to actually get them out of reserves. The problem is that they're applied to each individual gun. So that means when you get a certain weapon charm out of a reserve crate or something, then the problem is that weapon charm is only for that specific gun that you got it for. If you want to use like a basketball weapon charm for the Rampart, you're going to have to get really lucky because the chances of you getting the actual basketball weapon charm might actually be for like the Damon SMG or the Paladin sniper rifle, not for the Rampart, which might be your favorite gun in the game. It's absolutely ridiculous. Same thing with reactive camos. They're only applied to each individual gun. So if I wanted some cool looking reactive camo, I can't remember the name of the new ones that are in the game right now, but one of the new reactive camos, right? Let's say I want to get that for the SWAT assault rifle, right? I'll have to get really lucky because I might get it out of reserve, but it might be for a different gun. It's just so freaking dumb. I don't understand. And like I said before, the worst part about these reserves, there's only one item in each reserve, which is ridiculous. And I've seen people even come up with suggestions where if they're going to keep it like this, if they're going to keep the reserve system like this, then make it where there's no duplicates, right? Because right now the items are just fleshed out so much right now, and it's like almost impossible to get Mark II weapons. Like the gameplay you guys are watching is me opening up reserves, and out of all the 111 reserves that I saved up, I didn't even buy these reserves, keep in mind, the 111 reserves that I saved up, I only got one Mark II weapon, and guess what? It was a freaking duplicate Mark II weapon. Absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how bad this reserve system actually is, and it gets worse every single year in Call of Duty, I swear to God. And you know, you can look back at previous Call of Duty games like last one, which is World War II. That probably had the best supply drop system I have ever seen, because the supply drop system was tied in with the collections, right? So in the collections, you can like buy certain things with using like salvage or parts or whatever it's called in that game, and you might be able to get lucky and get that item out of a supply drop instead of actually saving up your salvage or whatever it's called in that game to actually purchase it. Infinite Warfare, same system, you know. Infinite Warfare had a little bit of a better system because every time a new weapon came into the game, Season Pass members will actually get them for free, but if you weren't a Season Pass member, then all you had to do was get like 300 assault rifle kills, and then you would unlock the weapon or something like that. And the problem is that game had a really good system for earning new weapons, but the problem with Infinite Warfare is it's not a very popular Call of Duty game, which is why it had a way better model, like microtransaction model, compared to what we see here in Black Ops 4, because Black Ops 4 is a way more popular Call of Duty game. So of course Activision is going to make the system a lot more unfair and make us spend money on COD points to purchase things. I mean, to this day, I still have not purchased any COD points at all, and I never will until they make a system that is legit and is fair for everyone. That's the only reason why I would buy COD points, is if the system becomes completely fair to everyone who plays this game. But you know, if I am being completely honest, I can't complain too much because, you know, of course the best way to actually get weapons here in Black Ops 4 is by ranking up through all the tiers before the time runs out. Of course, I am always busy most of the time, so like during this operation there's only 50 tiers, which is great, but there's only like 35 days of this operation, so I have to get at least 2 tier skips every day if I want to actually like get the Tiger Shark LMG at tier 50. So I just have to maintain that every day, and I don't really find that to be a big deal, and I think anybody could do that if they have just that time on their hands. And the best way to get 2 tier skips every day is actually just play zombies. I mean, you can get to round 15, that's 1 tier skip, and then during that same game, just complete whatever daily challenge it is, right? Daily calling challenge or whatever it might be, and that also counts as a tier skip. So that's 2 tier skips in 1 zombies match, and there you go. You have your 2 tier skips for 1 day. So I can't complain too much, but it's still not the best system and can definitely be worked on a lot, and has definitely gotten worse since this operation first came out. It's really disappointing. And so my point is, you guys, don't get excited for Modern Warfare 4, because the next Call of Duty game is going to be just like Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 had so much hype behind it because the previous Black Ops games were absolutely incredible. Modern Warfare series hasn't returned in quite some time now, and a lot of people are going to be happy that we're going back to the Modern Warfare series, and I can already imagine that Modern Warfare 4 is going to sell a bunch. It's going to be a very popular Call of Duty game, and then a month later they're going to add in like supply drops and add in a system that is very unfair to the community. So I'm just letting you guys know that. I'm just letting you know, don't get too excited for Modern Warfare 4, because it may not turn out the way we want it to be. So anyway, that's my whole point in this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy it, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Call of Duty videos later in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.